Hey guys, this is Joe. Hey, listen, thanks for taking that meeting last week. I know that was kind of probably a lot of information. Maybe some you agree with, some you don't. That's kind of up to you guys. But obviously, to some level, you guys do understand that an online presence is extremely valuable. So, I appreciate you guys taking time actually to sit down and hopefully kind of jam through this, quick little video. And hopefully, I explain a few things, kind of show you a couple things that'll help you kind of understand what I'm actually looking for and what I believe that I can bring to the table for you guys. Whatever level of attention you may have, I appreciate it. So, understand that I offer this in gratitude. So, as a quick heads up, I wanted to bring to your attention that your competition right across the street is absolutely killing it. So part of what I do when I start to work with somebody new or potentially do is obviously we look at the competition. So I walked into Blue Water Credit. They are a very good looking establishment. They've got a great presence. So really not only do they have a very clean and professional web presence, they're also on social media. They've got interactions on social media. Their marketing campaigns and stuff. I signed up for a few of them over the past few weeks. They're decent. Not saying that there isn't anything that we can't do different and better, but the one thing that they are doing is they're networked with some of the right people. And I know that you guys want to get to that level, and that's probably part of your sales process that you're kind of finalizing. But they're already on it. They're deep into the real estate market, and I think that's a great one to be in. You guys know it. I think obviously with Gary on board, you guys have a huge step into the automotive market. I do know that they're actually tapped into that as well to some level. So just so you know, I mean, right across the street, they're doing some stuff. I mean, this is kind of a quick little look at their website. It's very clean. It's very crisp. Not only that, but it's very kind of today relevant. So what I mean by that is the typography makes sense. Everything's kind of in the position that it should be in. People know where to go get stuff. They know how things work. They understand kind of the flow of the site. So it's just it's very simple. They're just doing some really, really good stuff. Then, if we were to actually flip and look at your guys' current online status, this is kind of what it looks like, right? It's kind of all over the place. We went kind of through this, so I don't want to bash down the same road, but they just look like they've got a lot of clean things going on. Not to mention the level of engagement they're actually getting is pretty good. So, here's as I scroll down the page, I mean, just some other things we talked about, all of that as well. So, kind of with that in mind, you guys do know kind of what needs to be done for your website. I'll leave you with one other thing on that. Building in Wix. I know that Gary mentioned his daughter had built the sites, and that she also writes code. One of the main problems, and I didn't actually tell you this the other day that I actually meant to, part of the issue is you want to be everywhere, right? So you want social media, you want online web presence, you want to be able to actually network into other joint ventures online. In a Wix format, there is no way to actually take anything from that website and then actually deploy it somewhere else. You can't do that. Basically, with Wix, you're pretty hostage. You're broke. You're set right where you are. With other platforms, you can easily segment, you can move and reposition content elsewhere very easily, actually. So that's something to really consider when you're moving forward. Wix is very much an amateur style, hey, do it yourself, drag and drop. What you see is what you get type of a web builder. It's fine if you're kind of running a little business out of your house. But if you're going to have a professional presence, you want to do something in a much more professional manner. As you can see, the difference between your guys' site and theirs, they have very clean, very professional. They even use professional photography. So, kind of with that in mind, I wanted to just bring that to your guys' attention. So, moving forward, strategic online positioning is really what I'm talking about. Creating a profit-driven online presence. So again, numbers don't lie. Numbers are the only thing that's real. In fact, cash is the only thing that's real, right? If you say For example, I was in the office the other day with you guys, and I was told you guys have hundreds with an S of clients that you know have done. You have successes. What's scary is that if I go online right now and I look, there's not a single review of you guys anywhere. In today's world, in the past couple years, actually, if you do something for somebody somewhere, um, to that level, hundreds and hundreds, they're gonna, you know, people are gonna talk about it. There's gonna be stuff to show for it. So we want to create that for you guys. We want to make sure that you guys have a Yelp presence, you guys have review presence, you guys have social presence, and all of those things, so that you actually are getting the credit for doing what you're doing and doing it well. And I think that's something that's going to be really, really valuable to you guys. Making your website and social engagement the most effective salesman you have. So imagine you guys have a salesman, they go out. I noticed on LinkedIn there's a guy who's, you know, your sales director. I don't know if that's accurate or not. But anyhow, so having him be able to cross-reference his own website, you know, with you guys and actually say, hey, this is us, and it be something that everybody wants to see, that's only going to make his job easier. It's going to bring more sales and obviously more profit. Having a deep-rooted and nurtured relationship with prospective clients, as well as, you know, your existing clients, is going to increase the closing percentages, also increase the end dollar value that somebody spends. So it'll bump them from that $1,200 bronze into that, you know, $2,400, you know, silver package or whatever it is that they have. Having this online presence is going to do that for you without having to do so much sales. So progressive action, you know, forward movement. This is what we're about. So clean and efficient website development. This is what, you know, is going to improve your guys' position. Something that benefits your clients, right? We're all about creating value. Properly branding your website. And currently, your guys' up and down arrows don't really do anything as far as like really give a brand. If you pulled those two away, nobody would know what that is by itself. So we want to make sure that no matter what happens when you guys brand yourself, you guys are branded properly. Social media integration with an effective marketing solution. This is everything from opt-in landing pages, videos, ads, webinars, which will be big for you guys as well. Client relationship management, we can talk about details of those, but, you know, really delivering the most impressive customer service that they could ever expect will generate referrals that, you know, in the long run is going to be extremely, extremely valuable. And Gary, I'm sure you really know this one, you know, very well because of your dealerships. And then profitable marketing strategies using online and offline media resources, including email, web, landing pages, opt-ins, videos, webinars. I think webinars is actually going to be enormous for you guys. Nobody else in your guys' industry is actually deploying effective webinar strategies. And I think that if you guys did it, you guys can actually create an automated program. And I think that anytime somebody new comes in, they can automatically get funneled right into, you know, a webinar presence, and then they can get massive value from that. And then at the end of the webinar, there's a call to action, come register and buy our stuff. So that's a really, really effective strategy that we use all the time. And I think it's going to be something that would work great for you guys because it is such an educational process. So doing something where you educate really well about your services on the front end, give a ton of value, and then ask for the sale on the back end. So let's see, moving forward, here's a quick marketing example of some campaigns that we would do. It's kind of tough to see, but on the left side, basically you can have your traffic sources. They move into different sequences with different goals. And as they move through each sequence, the sequences break down to different communication tactics. So whether it be email, whether it be a print letter, whether it be a phone call, they also can offer appointment scheduling. Everything in here all leads to the end goal of getting somebody to purchase. What's great is that this template is laid out. We input the content that needs to flow through this so that everybody's getting what they need. But this actually deploys on its own. It's completely automated. So this isn't something that you have to go in and do every day. This is something that once you set it up, we set up the infrastructure for it. When somebody drops into the system, they run through the entire sequence. And then, you know, as they reach a certain goal, maybe they take a specific action, it'll funnel them into different positions and to give them different content that actually is relevant to them. So, you know, that's just a few of the things that we would actually do. So really, at the end of the day, here's actually, I kind of explained this to you guys a little bit, but here's what I'm proposing. So we would charge $49.50 to do basically everything that we've mentioned: website, social, all of the campaign building, all of that stuff. With an initial client value of $2,000, that's what Rick said, is the average purchase. To break even, we only need to bring you guys 2.5 new people. That's a no-brainer. That's really easy. You guys know that I brought you a ton more than that in the past. What I want to do is, to be completely honest and in a selfish manner, I want to position you guys so that I can refer people back to you guys and I can continue making money even if you and I stop doing business together. At this point right now, I was actually, just because I was snooping around, Blue Water actually offered me an affiliate option to send them business. I didn't realize this, but I know a ton of people who are actually already sending them business right now and making money off of it. So where they're positioning themselves, in this market, can it be beat? Absolutely. The one thing that I would say is they've actually got a pretty damn good online presence. They've worked really hard for it. I think you guys definitely need to do something to knock them off their game, to put yourself in a position where you guys can kind of become the local leader. Because right now, that's just one company. I know there's a few more, but they're doing a pretty good job. Ongoing, if you guys want to do ongoing marketing service and you want us to manage, social and campaigns and anything else online, it's just $19.50 a month. Basically, that means, we need to bring you one client to break even. So, my goal is to keep the cost relevant to what you guys are actually attracting. So if in a year I can get you guys to recoup the cost of your website, and if every month I can help you guys recoup the cost of marketing with one simple client, that's a no-brainer. So ongoing services, implementation, execution of all of the marketing strategies, generating new business referrals and so forth. Everything, with automation, social positioning, but not taking away anything from the outside sales processes that you guys are implementing. So like I said, breaking even would be one client a month. That's a no-brainer. So lastly, I'll just kind of leave you with this. It's always easier to resell an existing client than it is to go get a new one. So that's where a lot of the focus comes in with social, is that once we have somebody, we have their attention, we actually have their engagement, we can build trust, we can build a relationship, we can do it in automation that lasts forever, and then they're easy to sell. So hopefully that's something that kind of makes sense to you guys. I would love to hear back from you. Shoot me an email, give me a call, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.